Health. Natural, vibrant health. What is it? Where does it come from? How do you get it? It is not something you will ever find in a pill. It is not something that will ever come from a test tube or by cutting out an organ. And it is not something that a doctor can give you. But the power that made your body can heal your body. And new technology can teach you how to unleash this natural healing power that is already there inside your own body. Hello, I'm Dr. Don Bowney, DC, board-certified chiropractic neurologist and diplomate with the American Chiropractic Neurology Board. I'm not an actor, and neither are the people you'll meet on this DVD. But I am a doctor, a natural health doctor, and what I have to share with you is so exciting and so amazing that my patients and friends have literally been begging me to make it available on this DVD series. I've been in private clinical practice for over 30 years, using the Re.Se.T techniques with incredible results. I was involved in the research and development of these protocols and have taught them to doctors and healthcare professionals from all over the world. I've also taught several hundred patients and lay people to use this healing method to improve their own health and break away from the chains of pain, suffering, illness, and drugs. I have found that to create true health, you have to work with nature and with your body's natural intelligence, not against it. This is what the Re.Se.T program is all about. Thank you for your time over the next few minutes as I share with you information about this exciting program. It is my ultimate wish that it empowers you to live a vibrant, healthy, and rewarding life.
Hi, my name is Kathy Davis and I'm from Torrance, California. I took the class and I have been using the self-care every single day since. And it's been going on 11 years and I can't be happier. My health has improved dramatically. I have healed a lot faster than normal. I don't get sick like I would have before in the past. If I have a problem, I'm able to take care of it myself. And that's the best part about it, is you can really tailor-make it to your situation. The problems that I had with sciatic problems, my ankles, hands, neck, they're non-existent. If I have a relapse, it's adjusted in a matter of seconds, and I don't have any concerns or cares. I can't stress enough how wonderful the self-care system is. It's something for everybody. Everybody can benefit from it, and I highly recommend it. I couldn't live without it. It's awesome.
Hi, my name is Carl Kernbauer, and this is being filmed on my boat here in Alamitos Bay Marina in Long Beach. Originally, I started in about 1990, and I was having a back pain that was so severe that I literally could not get out of my bed in the morning. I had to roll off and fall onto the floor. By using the clicker, the result has been fantastic. I found that actually I entered into a whole new chapter in my life, which was taking care of myself and not being reliant upon the medical profession. What I mean by that is if I'm out at sea, I could be gone for, say, a week or a month or something like that, and if my back goes out and I've got no way to fix it, kind of difficult when you're hundreds of miles out at sea, obviously, I have to take care of myself. I found that my health has improved to the point where I have no difficulty at all running around the boat, underway. I find that I am getting to be quite unusual. I'm having my friends suffering with all sorts of ailments, and they're taking all sorts of drugs. I take no drugs at all of any kind, and I find that at age 74 now, I'm able to enjoy my life, and I'm able to move around the boat without arthritis, without diabetes, without anything like that, and without having to be fearful of anything even as mundane as seasickness. I've been able to clear up some emotional problems just simply by going through the procedure and applying it. I had for years and years, I had allergies, and basically, which is amazing, in one session I got rid of my allergy to cat danders. One session. I am cured, not treated, cured of an allergy to cat dander. What I've been learning is that if I take command of my own life, I found that I was able to function without any drugs, and I would say that it's a different orientation, it's a different lifestyle, and that is a lifestyle that I have been introduced to, and I find that that has made all the difference in the world. I strongly recommend it.
Welcome, I'm Tiana. I'm here with Dr. Dawn Bowney, researcher and instructor of the Re.Se.T self-healing process. Dr. Bowney, I've been hearing a lot about this Re.Se.T health method. Can you tell us what Re.Se.T is?
Re.Se.T stands for Reactive Stress Elimination Technique because it very simply works with your brain and body to clear abnormal stress responses, something we call reactive stress. When you clear reactive stress, your body automatically shifts away from stress mode and into a healthier state, triggering a healing reaction. It is based on the way your body is designed to heal itself and allows your entire system to work the way God intended it to. It is an easy-to-learn, physical, self-correcting technique that helps reestablish the optimum connection between your brain and your body and gives you the tools to unleash your brain's natural healing powers. The technique is simple, yet the results are profound.
I like the idea of unleashing my body's natural healing powers. What does Re.Se.T help with?
Because Re.Se.T deals directly with the brain and the brain's healing effect on the body, it has been shown to reduce pain, speed healing, support body and organ function, enhance brain function, help with past and present emotional traumas, reduce the effects of allergies, balance electromagnetic effects on the body, and help with a wide range of health conditions. As an example, I have seen all sorts of painful conditions such as back and neck pain, headaches, pinched nerves, spinal disc problems, sciatica, arm or leg pain, TMJ, carpal tunnel, fibromyalgia, and much more respond amazingly well. And because it goes way beyond just treating symptoms such as pain, I have also helped people with other health conditions such as vertigo, chronic fatigue, organ malfunction, allergies, hormone imbalances, learning disabilities, ADD, ADHD, traumatic brain injury. The list can go on and on. This is because all these conditions have, at least to some degree, a connection to stress and the brain. The American Medical Association tells us that virtually every disease, disorder, condition, injury, and pain syndrome is in some way caused or worsened by stress. This means diabetes, heart disease, stroke, cancer, MS, irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's disease, you name it. It is on the list of diseases that are linked to stress. Also, what I have seen is not just limited to physical diseases, syndromes, or disorders. I have seen emotional issues such as depression, anxiety, mood swings, grief over the loss of a loved one, guilt over something in someone's past, fear, anger, and much more all seem to dissolve or improve. And I have personally used it myself to help acute injuries like strains and sprains, cuts, burns, scars, and other injuries heal incredibly fast.
Why does it work with all these conditions?
Because all these are actually stress responses or linked to stress responses. And when you reset the abnormal stress response and balance your brain and body, your system just begins to work better and heal itself. It's as simple as that.
Wow, this really seems amazing. It even sounds like it can cure everything. Can it cure everything?
I'm glad you asked that because it is really important that people understand that it is not a cure-all for every disease. In fact, it does not cure anything, does not heal anything. Your body does all that. It works with the reactive stress that is affecting all these other things. And while we're on the subject, it is also important to know that there are many things that Re.Se.T is not designed to do. For example, Re.Se.T is not the diagnosis or treatment of any disease. It is not the practice of medicine, chiropractic, acupuncture, or any other profession related to health. And it is not intended to replace them. It is not a stress management course. It does not take away all the stress in your life, and it does not teach you how to live a stress-free life. Although it will help make it easier for you to deal with the stress that is in your life, and you'll see how that works later. And some of my patients like to say that it's magic, but I have to continually remind them that it is not magic. It is applied neuroscience, the science of how your brain works, and how it handles stress, how it stores stress, how it expresses stress, how this stress affects your health, and how this stress gets released. It's also not some new age energy technique. It's not some psychologically based process, and it's not mind over matter. But it is based on the premise that our bodies are created by an intelligent God and managed from above down, inside out. It's not a substitute for good common sense either, and good hygiene. Your body needs essentials for life, and it is up to you to give these things to your body. Things like a healthy diet, good nutrition, exercise, a clean, non-toxic environment, personal hygiene, and positive thoughts. They're all very important parts of a complete health program. And lastly, it is not an instant on-off switch for pain. It certainly has eased pain and suffering for thousands of people, but it is not designed as a magic button that you push only when you have pain and then put away until the next time you have pain or in some other health crisis. It is designed to be used on a regular basis to build your body's natural health and wellness over time.
I think people are sick and tired of just covering up their symptoms with dangerous drugs and are looking for ways to do just what you mentioned, build health from the inside. How does Re.Se.T help build health from the inside?
The connection between your brain and your body is one of the most important things for your health. And the power of Re.Se.T comes from recent scientific insights and discoveries about the brain and how it is involved in the actual healing and maintenance of the body. It combines the latest in neuroscience, cellular biology, and a process called biokinetics, the patented brain balancing procedures discovered and perfected by Dr. Lawrence Newsum, a natural health expert and top clinical researcher, and his wife, Michelle, who also helped pioneer many of the self-care procedures you will learn in this program. But Re.Se.T doesn't just work on the brain. It works through the brain to affect your entire body, releasing stress memories and helping it to go from an unhealthy reactive state where it is running old patterns and reacting to its environment inappropriately, to a healthy, inner-directed state where it is working the way it was designed to. It helps you connect with your innate healing wisdom and put yourself into your optimum healing zone.
You talk a lot about reactive stress. Exactly what is reactive stress and how does it affect health?
Basically, there are two types of stress, current stress and reactive stress. Current stress is the stress you feel in the moment, the stress of your job, the stress of your relationship, stress of your kids, financial stress, etc. This is what most people automatically think of when they talk about stress. This is also the type of stress that is dealt with in stress management courses. On the other hand, reactive stress is hidden stress that is locked inside your brain and body. It is how your brain reacts to signals and information coming in from the outside world. It is silent or hidden because very often we do not feel it. But just because we cannot feel it doesn't mean it isn't there. As a matter of fact, as we said earlier, it is probably the most dangerous and damaging type of stress to your body. Every stressful event you have ever experienced in your entire lifetime, whether it is a physical injury, even as minimal as twisting your ankle, or an emotional trauma, or a chemical exposure, is all stored as a memory inside your brain. When these reactive stress memories get re-triggered, it keeps your body constantly in stress mode. And as we know, stress negatively affects your health. I like to use the example, let's say that many years ago you were chased by the proverbial tiger, and even now, in the back of your mind, you think the tiger is still back there somewhere. You might slow down at times, but when you hear a snap in the bushes or something behind you, you instantly run faster, never really stopping. With Re.Se.T, you will learn how to tell your brain to re-evaluate, to turn around and see that the tiger isn't there anymore. As soon as your brain makes this connection, it will automatically stop running, lay down in the proverbial green pasture, and begin the healing process. As we said earlier, it puts you into your optimum healing zone, where true healing begins. It is amazing to actually watch this happen. Sometimes it's instant, and other times the healing process takes time, but it's always amazing. A lot depends on how much stress you have built up in what we call your stress bucket.
What is the stress bucket?
I developed the concept of the stress bucket to explain what happens to us as we accumulate reactive stress in our body. And it seems to work quite well to help people understand that this type of stress builds up in our system, and as it does, it has devastating effects on our health. I based it on the work of Hans Selye, who is considered to be the father of stress. Way back in the 1930s, he described the different phases that your body goes through as stress breaks down your health. The first level in our stress bucket is called the healthy adaptation zone. We are all designed to handle a certain amount of stress. In fact, this stress is actually healthy for us. Did you know that exercise is a form of stress, and it triggers your body to get stronger? Goals and the need to work, eat, and provide shelter are all forms of stress, and they motivate us to do our best and achieve what we otherwise might not have. As long as we operate within the range of adaptation, we can handle the stress in our lives and our bodies experience a high level of health. However, if we get beyond our body's ability to adapt to stress, we get into the stage where our cells, tissues, and organs begin to malfunction. Malfunction means that they begin to not work right, and this is how all disease starts, the malfunction of cells, tissues, and organs in the body. Beyond that is tissue and organ destruction, where the tissues and organs actually start to break down. Then you have symptoms. Now notice that symptoms are way up here, and that you can have malfunction, damage, and disease way before you have symptoms. So therefore, just the fact that you do not have symptoms does not mean that you are healthy and do not have disease or breakdown occurring somewhere in your body. You could have a lot of problems way before you have symptoms. This is why it is so dangerous to just cover up symptoms with drugs and think that you are healthy. Doing that doesn't fix the underlying problems that are causing the symptoms in the first place. Beyond that, you have systems failure, where entire systems like the cardiovascular system, your digestive system, your respiratory system start to shut down and fail. And then ultimately you have death. So this is very serious. As you can see, as your stress bucket fills up, your health potential goes down. A truly effective health system has to address these underlying causes and the stressors that build up and destroy your health. Reset is the only health system I know of that effectively addresses these underlying stressors.
You said that these stressors build up and destroy our health. How does the stress actually build up and cause us so many problems?
Most people think that their current stress, the stress of their jobs, for example, is what is causing all their stress-related problems. But in reality, this type of stress alone causes very little, unless it is heaped on top of a mountain of old accumulated reactive stress. It is very dramatic, though, and often feels much bigger than it really is, at least as far as its impact on the body. Most of the day-to-day stressors that we feel, even in the most extreme cases, would still be in the normal adaptive zone. Reactive stress, on the other hand, is what builds up and causes problems. Here's how it works. Let's say that you have a physical trauma, a sprained ankle, for example. Of course, some tissue has been damaged and it is painful, so the stress level in your stress bucket would be somewhere in this range, because physical injury is very stressful to your body. As you heal, the pain gets better, but there are still tissue changes like swelling, limited ranges of motion, etc. As it heals, it progresses back through these levels. But then, when it gets down into the adaptation zone, very often it doesn't heal completely. There may be a little bit of residual stress left in the form of a stress memory. This stress memory becomes reactive stress because whenever you do something that reminds your brain of the original stress, it reacts in a fight or flight manner, shifting your body away from health and healing and into protection. When your brain and body stay continually in protection mode, healing stops or slows down, and your body begins to break down. And, by the way, the reason why reset helps acute injuries like this heal faster is because as you release the stress response, you progress through all these levels faster and more completely. Now, Let's say that you have some emotional trauma. This could be a major emotional event, but it doesn't have to be. Maybe your mother yelled at you, or you were embarrassed at school. This will eventually heal somewhat, but will leave another small stress memory that will get re-triggered whenever something similar happens, even years in the future. For the rest of your life, this may cause unexplained symptoms of depression, sadness, acting out, etc. Then, add a chemical stress or allergic reaction, another physical injury, and some more emotional traumas. You can see that they're building up layer upon layer. These stress memories may seem small, but can you see what they're doing to the amount of space you have left over for healthy adaptation? There is less space for you to now adapt to whatever normal stress there is in your life, making some stress that was healthy before now start to cause problems. You see, instead of your body reacting to the actual stress of the moment, it is constantly reacting to all these stress memories. And since the brain doesn't know the difference between actual stress and remembered stress, it stays constantly in a fight or flight mode, plugged in and reacting to some old stress pattern. And according to Dr. Bruce Lipton, whom I consider to be the world's leading expert in cellular biology, our bodies cannot be in stress mode and healing mode at the same time. If you're in stress mode, you're not healing. Now, if we just had a few stress memories during our lifetime, there wouldn't be much of an issue. The problem, however, is that we have much more than that. Think of how many stress memories you may have accumulated during your lifetime. All the injuries, emotional traumas, allergies, even electromagnetic pollution that we're bombarded with. As you accumulate stress memories, you can see that you eventually lose all your ability to adapt to any current stress in your life. And then all stress becomes damaging. As stress builds, your body is constantly under the effect of damaging reactive stress and begins to break down. It loses its ability to resist disease. You might be in constant pain. You might try to exercise, but you keep triggering old injuries. You just can't seem to handle emotional stress anymore like you could before. You notice you're becoming sensitive to more and more foods. Your life is becoming more and more limited. This is one of the reasons that as you age, you have more and more problems. You keep accumulating more and more stress memories. You keep filling up your stress bucket, and your health keeps spiraling down and down and down. Therefore, the key to unlocking your body's amazing healing power is as simple as teaching your body to let go of all the reactive stress that you have accumulated throughout your entire lifetime, which then automatically shifts you into healing mode. And that is exactly what Reset teaches you to do. You learn how to test yourself for this reactive stress. You actually learn how to speak your body's personal healing language and how to reset or clear this stress response, decreasing the accumulated stress in your stress bucket, which then allows your body to work better.
Very interesting. I've never heard anyone explain stress and healing this way before. It makes a lot of sense. How does Reset eliminate reactive stress?
Reset eliminates reactive stress by gently retraining and re-educating the neurological circuits inside your brain that are storing the reactive stress memory. Using the patented and FDA-registered Newsum device developed by Dr. Newsum, which simply gives a very small mechanical tap or click, you learn how to send information and stimulation into the brain to interrupt the memory pattern. Done repeatedly, the brain quickly lets go of the reactive stress and tells the body it is no longer in danger. The body then begins to naturally heal itself.
It sure seems that Reset, with its focus on clearing reactive stress, should be a major part of everyone's personal health program. How do I know if I have reactive stress?
If you have ever had a physical injury or emotional trauma, you have reactive stress. And in some ways, it is affecting your health. There are very simple ways to test yourself for this stress, because reactive stress is always expressed through subtle body language clues. It shows up as muscle imbalance, weakness, vascular changes, pupillary changes, variations in heart rate, variations in skin perspiration, and other subtle body language signs. Once you learn these easy body language techniques, you can know instantly if you are reacting negatively to any type of stress. Also, using these same body language techniques, you will know instantly whether you have eliminated it.
Can you give me an example? I have some allergies. What can Re.Se.T do to help my allergies?
We have found that many allergies are simply stress reactions in the brain. Your brain sends signals to the immune system to go on high alert and attack things inside your body that it perceives as threats. By turning off the brain's stress reaction, you can often stop or improve the immune response and therefore relieve many of the symptoms of allergies.
So Re.Se.T is a self-care process that you learn to do on yourself. Is it easy to learn?
Yes, it is. In all my years of teaching both doctors and patients how to do this, I haven't found anyone who couldn't learn it. Some people don't always catch on right away, but that is why I've put the program on a DVD, so you can watch it over and over, and why we have certified and licensed instructors to help you with any questions. The Re.Se.T procedures and protocols have been used safely in clinical settings throughout the world for over 15 years with no known side effects, and taught to hundreds of individuals for self-care. And the program has been tested over and over again and found to be very effective in helping you learn and use this process to get your body into its optimum healing zone.
Can I learn to do Re.Se.T on someone else?
No. For that, you should be a licensed healthcare provider. There are no laws, however, that prohibit you from relieving your own stress and improving your own health.
In closing, can you briefly recap all the benefits of Re.Se.T?
It would be impossible to briefly recap all the many benefits of Re.Se.T. I have seen it do absolutely astonishing things in my years of practice and with all the people I have taught. When you release the built-up stress in your system, it triggers and begins the natural healing process, which very often is remarkable. Re.Se.T is an easy-to-use, highly effective self-care process that you can use in your everyday life to help keep yourself healthy and feeling great.
Thank you, Dr. Bowney.
My name is Eddie Lester. I'm a professional surfer and I'm 23 years old and I live in Manhattan Beach, California. With professional surfing, you really tend to kind of beat your body up in a sense. I really feel that this has helped me to go to my top form. It has really improved my balance and coordination in surfing, and that's one of the most important factors about surfing. It also helps me to really deal with the emotional stress of competing and giving me the confidence to go out there and compete with the best in the world. I know that I have something that a lot of other surfers don't have.
My name is Jim Curtin. I live in Torrance, California. My wife and I and her sister and her daughter, we all trained together. And since then, I've just been doing great. When I started, I couldn't eat anything. I couldn't hardly breathe air. One of my doctors said, Jim, you're going to wind up in a bubble. I had taken so many allergy shots all my life till my blood got so messed up. If my memory's right, it's supposed to be less than 191, and it was 1,400 and something. And they had sent me to their friends. All the doctors had done the best they could to help me. In 1990, they removed, I don't know what 4 surgical moles or polyps are, but they removed 4 surgical moles of polyps out of my forehead, and then they cut windows in here somewhere. They tried to explain all this to me. And they were doing the best they could to help me because I stayed sick all the time. I was constantly sick. I used to have to wear a long sleeve shirt because at the office, I didn't want people to see where I had scratched so much. And my right hand drawer over there, it was full of Flonase and all kinds of drugs. I don't know how many years and what all I was on. Well, within 4 months, I was in great shape. I can eat anything today that I want. In 1980, I had a hernia operation, and they did quite a bit of stuff. I have a DuPont patch that's tied in 4 places, and it left scar tissue. Now, this scar tissue I had lived with since 1980, and this thing, when you sit down at the desk, it was like having a clipboard in your pants. That's how stiff the scar tissue was. So many layers of muscles sewn back, and it was very, very painful. Then I said, okay, this is working on everything else. I'm going to try to fix it myself. When I get out of the shower, I'd get in front of the mirror, I would use what he had trained me to do, and it's as soft as can be. The scar tissue's totally gone. I try it for everything. I just wish everybody could learn how to do this themselves. You know, you don't have to run to the doctor all the time. Well, you'll just feel a lot better. I don't know that it's medical jargon. My understanding is you're just when you're clearing yourself, you're just activating your body to go to that area and start healing itself. I think everything's already built in your body, if my understanding's right. To heal itself, you're just activating it to heal. And it just gives me a new lease on life. I'd like for everybody to just try to understand there is other ways besides pills and shots. And that's all I can say. It has worked great for me.
Hello, I'm Sandy McKivitt, and I live in Palos Verdes, California. 30 years ago, I was injured in the brain and spine from an auto accident. I was having uncontrollable shaking, particularly of the right side. It came suddenly, it came viciously, strongly. I had problems with thinking, coordination. I had problems with remembering things. With speech was like a drunk speech, it wasn't clear. 3 neurologists thought I had sleeping problems and narcolepsy, to be exact. And they prescribed amphetamines, which made me infinitely worse and very disagreeable to be around in my family, which I regret to this day. Then I had other medical neurologists who thought I was having seizures, prescribed Depakote, Keppra, and 30 other various pharmaceuticals to affect the brain. They affected me all very negatively. They were very pessimistic on my survival in the long run. And what can I say? My life has definitely been changed. Within 2 weeks, the terrible tremors were gone. And my husband and I rejoiced. My downward gaze vision fixed up in about a month or so. After that, I suddenly discovered that I could smell, and I hadn't had my sense of smell for several years before that. And having read quite a bit about neurology, trying to figure out what was wrong with myself, I caught a little item that said losing smell is the first thing that happens for Alzheimer's. So to regain my smell was another miracle indeed. After that, we worked on my balance. I think one of the most insightful things was take away the lingering fear and anxiety I had from that car crash and going into the windshield 32 years ago. And with working that out, I can live with what happened to me. I accept what's happened, and I don't freeze up if cars are driving close to me or if something's going to impede our safety when I'm in the car. I don't even think about that now the way I used to. Now I can sing in 2 church choirs, one here and one in Wisconsin. I can enjoy playing the piano. I play golf. I do all my own gardening. I do all my own cooking. I find fossils for my granddaughter at the beach. I had to drop out of grad school. Now I'm back teaching as a language development specialist. I love the work I do. I have a history of glaucoma. My eye pressure now is 13 in the left eye, 14 in the right, where before it was in the high 20s. There's a lot of improvement in every way. There's just nothing like it in traditional medicine. I am self-sufficient and I love it.
Thank you for watching. I hope this DVD has inspired you to take what I consider to be one of the most important steps you may ever take towards enhancing your own health. The next step is to contact your Bio-Kinetics Re.Se.T coach, the person whose name is on this DVD. They are specially trained to get you started on this 3-step training program and support you in your journey to better health. The first step is a personal session, one-on-one, where you get all the materials and are trained in a few easy-to-learn details about beginning this process. Then, in the comfort of your own home, you watch an instructional DVD at your own pace where I walk you through step by step exactly how and when to effectively use the Bio-Kinetics Re.Se.T process. I take you through the physical resetting process, the emotional resetting process, the chemical and electromagnetic resetting processes, everything you will need to effectively use this program just like the people you saw on this DVD. Then, you will have a personal follow-up session with your coach to make sure you understand the process and are doing it correctly for optimum benefit. After that, your Bio-Kinetics Re.Se.T coach is available for future questions, guidance, and support. Again, thank you, and I look forward to seeing you soon in the Bio-Kinetics Re.Se.T training program and helping you create more health, freedom, fun, and joy in your life.